Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we are live this morning. Glad to have you with us. And by the way, welcome to March. March is always a great month because we're close to spring break. And guess what? March Madness. Yeah, we're about to start that, and we can't not speak about our hometown favorites, the Houston Cougs, the number one team in the nation right now. We're going to talk more about that in a few minutes. But right now, first things first, please welcome to the show one of our new co-hosts, Dr. Darren Baskin. Good to see you on the show. Darren, of course, is the Interim Officer of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and he works at the Office of the Chancellor. Darren, good to see you.
Well, look here, Todd. They finally put the dynamic duo together. Can you believe it?
We've talked about this for years. I don't know why it's taken so long to happen, right?
We have. So I'm excited and I'm ready. And let me just start off by saying that we're live on HCC District Facebook page, not the HCC page. And we're also on YouTube. And we're also going to be on Twitter, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday.
That's right. You got it down. You got it down. First time out of the gate, man, he gets it down. Good to see you, Darren. So you've got a special guest on the show. Are you a fan of March Madness?
I am. I was excited when you said spring break, but then I got more excited when you said March Madness. So
what's better than spring break and getting a chance to watch the Houston Cougars and March Madness? There really isn't much better, you know?
It can't get any better.
It can't get any better than that. Okay. First things first, we're going to introduce the guest you'll be talking to right now. Dr. Roman Alvarez is the lead counselor of counseling and ability services for HCC Central Colleges. And we're going to be talking about mental health workshops that are coming up. Roman, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We are going to get to you in about 10 minutes, so stick around. But first things first. We're talking March Madness. We got a lot going on here at HCC. Welcome back to the show, Daniel Lawson. He is our Wellness Fitness Center Manager with Student Services Division at HCC. Daniel, always good to see you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me back on. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you being here. Now, I know you've got a lot of upcoming events, and you guys are kind of tying it in with March Madness because, once again, I got to say, go Cougs, number one team in the country. But you guys got a lot going on that are tied into March Madness, right?
Yes, correct. We got a few events going on for the month of March. So each week, besides spring break, because we're all going to be gone, we're going to have an event that emulates the All-Star Weekend, kind of in the NBA. So we're going to have our skills challenge, our three-point contest, and our dunk contest. And then we're going to finish it off with the 3v3 tournament.
And what is it? Are the students excited about this? I mean, it's obviously during COVID, people were allowed to go to the park. They were allowed to go outdoors. And I guess, you could play basketball back then because, you couldn't really sit in the house all day long. But are students excited about getting back to campus and getting involved with these activities again?
Oh, yes. Ever since the start of this semester, students have been asking, what events do we have planned? What are we going to be doing? And this is my first event that I will be hosting since actually starting here about almost a year and a half ago. So I'm excited and to see the turnout, to see how everything's going to go, and to just see how much fun everybody's going to have.
What was that like? You were hired as we were coming out of a pandemic. Your job, getting activities started, but you couldn't really do it right away. How was that a challenge, and how did you face that?
Well, when I first got hired, everything was closed down. It was July of 2021. The Wellness Center was still closed down. So I just had to pivot and, help out wherever need be. So if that was with the enrollment department with student IDs or whatever it may be. But once we got the gym back open and going, I had to create a system to where it wouldn't be overcrowded. We could still implement that, the COVID restrictions, which is where our appointment system comes in, where if you want to come to the gym, you can go to our HCC website and book an appointment for either 30 minutes, 1 hour, or an hour and 30 minutes, depending on how long you want to go into the weight room or into the gymnasium.
And I guess that way you can kind of limit how many students are in there at any time. So you really do need to book your time ahead of time. But on the flip side, in the good side, it's a service that's free to our students, complimentary with their enrollment, right?
Correct. Yes, because when we came out of COVID, we ended up getting rid of the pay system. So it's all free for HCC students, faculty, and staff. So if anybody wants to come down, fill out the liability waiver, and be able to go into the gym, it's possible.
Now, what can the students expect for these March Madness events that you're having? Are there prizes for participating?
Correct. Yes. So just for participating, you're going to get a reward of a small prize, which is either going to be some type of rec sports memorabilia, small stuff, or some wellness center stuff, as well as student life. They're going to be helping out with some prizes to give the students. And then, our top winners, which is third place and up, they're going to get our medium prizes, which will be whether duffel bags or T-shirts or things of bigger sorts. And then our grand champions, they're going to get their pictures taken, posted on our digital wall, advertising who won and, who's the champ of all of these events that we're going to be having. And as well as the 3v3 tournament, we're looking to provide Houston Rocket tickets to either the Detroit Piston game on March 31st or the Denver Nuggets game on April 4th. So
right.
On whichever one the student would want after the three students would want after they win the tournament, they will get the pick.
Well, that's good because they get a chance to, teams that play the Rockets these days seem like the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, that's kind of the way things work. So you'll get a chance to see a good show, folks, but it probably won't be our Houston Rockets. I mean, they got a few stars on the team. Those poor guys just aren't there yet. They got a long ways to go. But Daniel, let me ask you this. Let's get down to the actual events that are coming up because you've got one of them today, as a matter of fact, right?
Yes, correct. So in another hour, we're going to be kicking off our first event, which will be our skills challenge. Last night, I had to stay a little late and set it up and see how it's going to look. But in about 30 minutes, once I get off this call with you, we're going to close down the gym and give us preparation to set it up. But just like the NBA skills challenge, it's going to be a test of agility, dribbling, as well as shooting and passing. And then it's all going to be timed, and we're going to see who has the quickest time to get through the obstacles in the maze that we set up for everyone.
And then talk about the 3-point shootout. When is that coming up?
Oh, yes. On March 8th, we have our 3-point shootout, and it'll be the same time. All the events will be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's going to be same as the NBA 3-point shootout. We're going to have 5 different sections with 5 different basketballs, and it'll give you an opportunity to score as many points as possible, with 30 being the max. You have your 4 1-point balls, and then you have your money ball at the end. So we're just going to see who has the best shooting ability. And then with the dunk contest, right now we are looking on if we can lower our rim so that we can include a lot more people, because a lot of people are interested, but the challenge is getting up there, being able to dunk. So we're looking on ways to lower the rim, and if it's possible. But if not, then we're still going to go on with the event on those who can jump and dunk. And then that would be rewarded with the highest flying eagle. And then the last event, which is the All-Star game, will be on March 21st. And like I said, we're going to do a tournament style play. Whoever signs up, we're going to create a bracket, and then each team will play one another. And you can sign up either as a free agent, one player, a duo, or a trio, a full team. And on the day of the event, we'll match the teams together, the duos with the individuals, to create 4 teams. So as far as the registration process go, you don't need a full team. It would be optimal. It would be best to have a full roster, but you don't need it in order to register and participate.
Let me ask you this. For the dunk contest, are they allowed to hang on the rim as you make the dunk? Or is that against the rules?
No, you can. All the rules are off for the dunk contest. So originally, if it wasn't dunk contest, no, we won't allow it. But yeah, we're going to allow some showmanship, some flashiness.
Yeah, you got to have the showmanship, because it doesn't, not really a dunk until, they like spin around on the rim and all that. That's the way to go. Let's talk about, you mentioned the gym, but what are some of the other amenities the Wellness Center has?
So right now, the Wellness Center, it has our weight room and our gymnasium, the 2 basic ones, but we also have our locker rooms equipped with showers. So if people do get a hard workout or a hard basketball game in, they can shower and freshen up before class.
Right.
And then we are working on bringing our mindful room, and that'll be a place of serenity, a place for mindfulness, a place for just relaxation and giving yourself a restart, a refresher. But that is coming soon. We are working on it. We are working within the budget to get all of that up and running and get the room open for everybody to book appointments.
But once again, the takeaway, I guess, with this, if you want to use the gym, you're a student, a faculty, or staff, you're welcome to do so, but you're going to need to sign a waiver and make an appointment first.
Correct. Yes. That's what you have to do, and you'll be all good to go.
Is that a pretty easy process? Like, for example, I'm on campus and I'm like, oh, I got time on my lunch. I'm going to go online and do that now. Can I do it like now if I wanted to work out today? I mean, it's a same day thing.
Correct. Yes. So we do offer appointments throughout the whole day. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30. And you can just go to our HCC Wellness Center website. And on there, it explains everything. It gives you the breakdown of the rules, proper procedures, proper attire. And it also gives you the link to the waiver form, as well as the link to book your appointment. And then once you have all those things done, you just have to come in, sign in. Faculty and staff, they'll be signing in on a pen with a pen and clipboard. Students will be signing in on the computer. But other than that, you're all good to go once you fill out the liability waiver and the and book your appointment.
Well, Daniel, we appreciate you being here. Any you want to make any bold predictions for the Final Four this year, or maybe who's going to take it all?
Well, with me being in Houston, I'm gonna go for the Houston Cougs. Yeah, but I've been watching a little bit of Alabama, and they got a lot. So I'm not going to give too many bold predictions, but I think Houston is going to pull away because they have a deep roster. They do. It's not going to be a cakewalk for anybody getting to the Final Four, much less to the championship. Daniel Lawson is the Wellness and Fitness Center Manager, Student Services Division. We're going to have all the information and the links in our social media post after the show. Thanks for being here, Daniel. Take care. Thank you for having me. Y'all have a great one. You too. All right, we're going to turn things over to Darren, and you've got a guest talking about counseling services.
Yes, thank you, Todd. And that was a great conversation you had with Daniel. I knew we had the Wellness Center, but I'm so glad that they have started to allow students to come for free. That's amazing. So, yeah, it's a great program. Students just got to take advantage of it. That's true. That's true. So yeah, we're also equally as excited to have Dr. Roman Alvarez with us also. He's the lead counselor for the counseling and ability services at HCC Central. And just for clarity, I know Roman. We have worked together. Right. And so I consider him a friend. So I'm happy to be the one to interview you. So welcome to the show.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Baskin. Glad to be here.
Oh, great. So as we have been promoting in our announcements, HCC Counseling Services are always ready to serve the mental health needs of all of our students, and that's very much appreciated. But the central staff especially is offering 3 special in-person workshops tomorrow, actually.
That is correct.
That's amazing. And before we get into those, let's talk about the services that are offered by the counseling and ability services, not just at Central, but probably across the district, yes. And who can receive those services.
Yes, of course. Thank you for the question. So we have, HCC actually has 25 licensed mental health counselors. So it is free of charge to all currently enrolled students. Currently enrolled students may access up to 5 times or more of private and confidential personal counseling. Any students who might be experiencing anxiety, depression, relationship issues, or difficulty adjusting or coping with the demands of life, coming out issues, cultural issues, culturative issues for international students, are welcome to come see us. So all counselors are distributed district-wide, and how to access is they just need to give us a call. They can access our information on hccs.edu, and they need to click on support services, or they can call us at Central at 713-718-6174.
Oh, that's amazing, Roman. So I heard you say 5 hour, or 5 sessions.
Up to 5 sessions.
Is that per semester?
That's per semester, but oftentimes it's not unusual for students to receive more than 5. Depends. It's a case by case basis. It depends on the need of the student.
Oh, that's perfect. And you know, it's amazing that you guys are doing 5, because that's about the same number that if they were employed and had services that were being offered through their insurance, it would be 5 sessions as well. So amazing interaction for our students. And you've mentioned how someone could access CAS. And so can you just say it for us one more time with the number one more time, please?
Yes. So the number at Central is area code 713-718-6174. Or if they choose to seek counseling from other colleges of HCC, they can go online, go to hccs.edu, and then click on support services. And through that, they will see the link to counseling.
Perfect. Okay, great. And so now we have all the housekeeping out of the way. Let's talk about these workshops regarding your Thursday events. The open house. Who is it for?
Yes, so we have an open house tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Baskin.
Oh, yes. No, I was going to say, why is there an emphasis on anxiety, depression, and substance abuse screening?
Yes, of course. So tomorrow's open house is open to everyone, but primarily we are targeting our students in a good way, of course. And we are focusing on screening for anxiety, depression, and substance abuse for obvious reason. There's so much uncertainties going on in the world, and we're finding that more and more students have difficulty coping with ambiguities and anxiety-provoking situations, not only in the United States, but globally as well. So we would like to be able to screen such students and encourage them to come see us and hopefully refer them to other community resources if we don't have the resources that our students need. Depression, of course, oftentimes goes side by side with anxiety, and there are different sources and causes of depression. Right. So whatever the cause might be, we are here to offer guidance and supportive counseling and solution-focused counseling to our students. If they need to be referred to a psychiatrist, since we do not have an in-house psychiatrist, we do have an interagency agreement with Legacy, and so we do refer them to either Legacy for further mental health evaluation and possible medication. If they are in need of, if they're having crisis, secondary to depression and other anxiety-provoking situations causing suicidality. And then we have an interagency agreement with Harris Center through MCOT. And of course, substance use, as we know, can be secondary to relationship issues. Genetics, of course, is multifactorial. And as we speak, in times of the global crisis and all of the uncertainties in the world, oftentimes substance use is a form of coping skill. It's not a healthy coping skill, but it is a form of coping skill for those individuals suffering from substance use.
Right. And so you make some excellent points, and we have some great relationships. And you also have another workshop that is called the QPR, and it's about suicide training. What does QPR stand for, and who do you think needs to attend it?
Thank you. Yes. So QPR stands for a question, persuasion, and referral. So it is equivalent to CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So QPR is a research-based methodology or method to identify suicide warning signs and how to properly and timely intervene. Of course, for the purpose of preventing suicide. One suicide is one too many. And for those who don't know it, suicide is the #1 psychiatric emergency. So we value the safety and welfare of our students. So we are hoping to train everybody, students, faculty, and staff, and the general public, how to do the proper methodology of QPR. So in hopes that we can prevent, like I said, one suicide is one. Yeah,
one suicide is one too many. Exactly. So great. And that brings us into, I think, an important conversation. And I'll just say, I I want you to do this in 60 seconds or less. Okay. Why is a healthy relationship important to our mental health?
Yes, of course, because the opposite of healthy is unhealthy. And if our life and relationship is unhealthy, chaos ensues. And so we want to make sure that our students learn, how to care for themselves, how to love themselves first and foremost. I know it's kind of corny. Whitney Houston said the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. But that is so true. Yes. So we want our students to learn how to set healthy boundaries. And of course, to develop healthy self-concept, self-esteem, and most of all, self-worth. If we can start on that, students can actually learn genuine self-love, genuine vulnerability, and to develop healthy relationships. So we are here to not only to promote mental health, but also to promote healthy relationships.
And I think you guys do a great job. I believe in the work that you're doing. I appreciate the work that you're doing. Our students are always in situations where they might need this type of help, and I'm glad that we have it there for them. And so I will ask you one last question, and I'll give you the last 30 seconds of our segment to answer it. What do you want to see transform within our culture when it comes to mental health and healthy relationships?
Yes, we have more than 100 years of psychotherapy, and we're still not doing a good job. So we would like to engage in a dialogue and conversation to eliminate the stigma of mental illness and to really promote mental health, healthy relationships, and healthy adaptive coping skills. So we need to work together as a community and as a culture to change our attitude towards mental health. We don't need another pandemic to promote mental health. Every day is Mental Health Day.
And that is the perfect way to end it. Every day is Mental Health Day. Again, let me state that all of these workshops are available on Thursday, March 2nd at HCC Central in the Harmon Building. And from the bottom of my heart and from everybody at HCC, thank you, Dr. Alvarez, for all that you do for our students. Dr. Alvarez is the lead counselor at the Counseling and Ability Services, CAS, at HCC Central. We'll have his info posted after the show.
Thanks, sir. All right. Thank you both. A very important subject. Okay. Successful job fair. We got some announcements to go through, Darren, so get ready for these. Successful job fair and networking. This is a virtual event. Though virtual, the Southwest Career Services Workshop will teach you how to leverage the benefits of attending a career fair in person and how to stand out from the crowd. I mean, lots of applicants. Why do they want to hire you? Well, you can learn at this workshop. 1 to 2 p.m., Monday, March the 6th. That's this upcoming Monday. We'll have some information after the show, how you can register. And Darren, have you heard of Vocable?
You know, I have heard of it. And I was excited when I saw the announcement because they do some great work. So HCC Creative Writing Club is looking for the best fiction, creative nonfiction, poetry, artwork, scripts, and even comics, Todd, their students have to offer with Vocable a journal of arts and writing. They're asking for all submissions to be uploaded until March 23rd. And to learn more, we'll have the link in our post after the show.
You know, we have galleries all across, art galleries all across our district, just about on every campus. And there's an exhibition that's going on. It's New Visions of the American South. Faculty artist Natalie Stovall is currently holding a solo exhibition of her work inspired by her reflections and experiences during a road trip from the American Southwest. Yeah, we could all use a road trip to the southern eastern coast. So check that out. It's at HCC's Northwest Spring Branch Gallery. Of course, it's free. You don't have to register. You just show up at the gallery. Easy as that. Runs through April the 6th. We will have some links in the post after the show. And there's also a Healthy Relationship Scholarship available for our students, Darren.
Yes, coming right off of the interview with Dr. Alvarez. You know, healthy relationships are important. But you know what's even helps with those healthy relationships? This $500 scholarship that they're offering to assist students. So the HCC Counseling Services faculty and OIE are offering two healthy relationship scholarships for qualified HCC students that share their love for art, or they choose to write a 500-word essay or you can actually create a piece of art. The deadline to turn in your artwork or your essay is Sunday, April 9th. And you can also check our post after the show for your email, for your submissions.
Okay, for the sake of time, we're going to skip down real quickly to our last announcements regarding registration, because if you want to take classes, time's running out. You can still take some shorter sessions, still get the same credit hours, but they're very accelerated courses. To learn more, go to hccs.edu/apply. Hey, tomorrow's Thursday Family Fun Day. And Darren, I don't know if you've been on the show on Thursdays, but Sharday does the show on Thursdays. She runs a very tight ship. A very tight ship. So just keep that in mind. So she'll be on the show tomorrow in Parish. So it'll be the Sharday and Parish show tomorrow. And then later we've got Film Friday, and we'll be talking about Vast Academy's Real Abilities Film Festival. That's incredible. So we've got all that coming up at the end of the week. Darren, great job. Good to finally have you here.
Yes, amazing. They finally got the duo together, so they can't break us up now. So we're here. Right.
Yeah, we're going to get you back on the show again. We want to thank you for being on the show, Darren, and we want to thank all of you for watching us this morning. We will be back tomorrow morning with Sharday and Parish live 10 a.m.